Hi, my name is Eric Spitz, and this is my site plan for RPW 285, Writing in Electronic Spaces. I'm going to start the slideshow for you. Okay, so my project is between right and wrong, because of course I couldn't resist a good pun. Basically, it's an in-depth look at journalistic ideals, do's and don'ts of journalism and professional writing as a whole. And I got my inspiration from the idea because I recently got hired on to be a staff writer for a music site, Mind Equals Blown, writing album reviews, editorials, conducting interviews, things of that sort. And this is what they sent me when I initially hired in, basically just a guideline of things to look at. But if you'll notice, a lot of this is focused on how to use WordPress, how to upload content to their site, to send to the editors, to do all that. And don't get me wrong, it's really helpful, but there's not really much on actual writing tips and content. There's a little bit in there, but basically I just want to take that little bit and extend on it for a website. Let me find some of that here. Yeah, they got some stuff in here about setting up interviews, advances, tips for that, tips for quality writing, just sentence structure, things of that sort, and basically just stuff on embedding, YouTube videos and how to format things and all that. So I basically want to take that idea and extend on it a little bit. Ideal vision for the website. I know SVSU's website isn't perfect by any means, but it's got some good components into it that I like. It's got different headings, as you can see, and the different basically subheadings within them, what to expect from it, different areas to look at. Then they got a nice landing page. It's really simple. I definitely really like the simple pages. I'm not a big fan on, you scroll down for feels like 20 years, and that's the landing page. It's just overwhelming. And I think it'd be cool, too, to put recent articles, postings on the site, maybe a little slideshow type thing, everything. So that's my basic idea for how I want it to look when it's all complete. And this is how I got everything divided as of right now. Simple landing page, newest updates, maybe mission or vision statements, what the reader can expect to gain from the site. Rules about news and entertainment writing, sentence structure, words and phrases to avoid, remaining professional, basically being able to take a lead and extend on that and determining what's the most important thing in the story, what to focus on, what maybe isn't as important, things of that nature, because that's definitely something that's really helpful that I've learned just through experience in doing it. Interviews, how to obtain them, maybe question ideas, general guidelines. Basically, I'll be putting a heavy emphasis on doing research beforehand, getting to know the person before you actually sit down and ask them more questions. So you've done your due diligence and they'll see that. And basically just generating question ideas, how to even get the interview in the first place, do's and don'ts of sending the emails, all that. Reviews, because reviews can definitely be tricky. We'll also place another heavy emphasis on research. Even though they are very opinionated, it's very important to still do research. For example, if you're writing an album review, has the band done any lineup changes, any issues with record labels, any style shifts, anything of that nature is really important and really establishes credibility when writing a review. It's very helpful stuff that any new person getting into the field should definitely know. And then example page, I actually got that idea from the book we've been reading in class. I think it's very helpful, especially for writing, to really demonstrate tangible aspects. What's a good example of a good review and bad review? Because essentially it's some good stuff to know, definitely. Good and bad news stories, good and bad entertainment stories, things of that nature. Just something physical to look at to really get an idea of some of the stuff that's mentioned beforehand. And then a comment form. So it's basically like an interactive page almost. You can post questions, concerns regarding writing, anything that may have been missed on the site, something someone wasn't very clear about, maybe an experienced writer Even learning new tricks. Definitely writing is one of those things where it's a constant learning process. You'll never really reach perfection, you just get a little better as you keep doing it. And that's basically it for my layout of the site, my vision. Thank you for tuning in. All right, see ya.